Hello, it has been a moment since I've been here and done this. In case you're watching this like 2030 or 20 whatever, when it'll be kind of old and all. On the 14th of June 2020, we had something that happened in our lives that caused a whole kind of change, and as a result so many of you went onto our website to show support for Maggie's, an African twist to your everyday dish, and bought loads of our products. Okay, so we want to say we really appreciate that. And so when you've tried the products, we have a lot of chili-based sauces, and you're thinking, oh, what do I do with this? I've decided, as a thank you to you all, I'm going to show you some little tips of what you can do with things. And so this morning, I'm about to make dinner for the family. I've been inspired. I cook by inspiration. I've been inspired to make, well, the inspiration was coleslaw when I went to the shop. I thought, oh, I haven't made coleslaw for ages. And then I decided, not going to make coleslaw exactly, because daughter doesn't like mayo. So I've sliced up my cabbage, my carrots. I've got a few onions in there, spring onions work, and I've got some grated apple because I want to give it that sweet element. What I could also do is add a few currants. Because daughter doesn't like mayo, son doesn't like mayo either, I decided that I'm just going to rustle up a quick like saucy something instead of mayo. It's inspired by something that I saw when I went to Thailand. So over here I've got some sesame oil. So I'm putting about a tablespoon. I think that's what we've got here. 15 mils of sesame oil. And then I'm going to add some fish sauce as well. In all these videos I do, and I'm hoping it will be really quick, I'm going to give a shout out to my Niger people or people who speak Niger. Now, fish sauce. I don't have fish sauce, so I've rustled up some. So good old faithful crayfish. I have soaked that in water and I've let it cool, and I've got my fish sauce. So I'm going to use about 2 tablespoons of that, 30 ml of that. And I'm going to use a bit of palm sugar paste. Now, again, I got this from Thailand just to give my sweet element. I'm only using a tiny bit because what I want to do, for those of you who don't have palm sugar, is I want to tell you what to do with that lovely sauce you bought. So, some of you have bought this. A shake, well, Maggie's hot and sweet sauce is what we call it now. This is the daddy of them. So we sell them in the daddy size, but I don't know how many of you got that. But anyway, we've got the daddy of them. So I've got this here. So if you can't get hold of palm sugar, then this is what you could do. And it depends on how hot you like your food. So what I'm going to do is I'm adding a tablespoon of my hot and sweet sauce here. In fact, I'm adding a bit more. I'm just going to mix that in. So what I want is I want to get a chili element in there. I want to get a sweet element in there, which the hot and sweet sauce gives us. And I want to get the fish sauce element in there. And I'm just giving it a quick whisk. So I've got fish sauce. I made up my own fish sauce by soaking Niger crayfish in hot water and letting that cool. I've got hot and sweet sauce, Maggie's hot and sweet sauce. I've got sesame oil, and I've got palm sugar in there. And you just want to give it a good mix. My palm sugar has been in the fridge, so it's a bit solid, so I'm just crushing it down. And I'm going to give it a little bit of a taste, Niger style. Okay, it's got all the elements I want there, but it's not spicy enough for me. Some of that, just add a little bit of that to that. That's probably about another teaspoon or tablespoon I'm adding to that. And I'm just going to add a little bit of salt to give it that final flavor. So just a little pinch of salt, okay? And what I'm going to do is add a little more palm sugar. So I'm doing this as I'm going along. If you don't have palm sugar, you can use honey, you can use golden syrup. Palm sugar gives it a certain palminess. It gives it its unique flavor, but the other things can also work. And to be honest with you, that's it. That's my dressing for my coleslaw. Yep, that has given me all the flavors I want. I'm going to pour it over my slaw. I cut up my cabbage, and I used a spring cabbage just for a change. I did that with a serrated knife, and I have to shout out to my friend, a long-time friend, a Jamaican lady, Hortense, who makes the best coleslaw and cuts it all by hand and uses a serrated knife and gets it really small. And I love how her coleslaw turns out. So I've taken to doing that. And now if I was catering for you or for someone and making huge amounts of it, I would not do it that way. But just for my purposes here, this works. And I'm just going to finish this off with a mixture of nuts and seeds here. Just mixing it all up. That's my coleslaw made with fish sauce, sesame oil, and Maggie's hot and sweet dressing with a sprinkling of salt to just bring that flavour. And then I'm going to garnish it with this mix of nuts and seeds. And you don't have to do this if you don't like nuts. The other thing that could work is a Bombay mix to garnish it with. There you go. That's that finished. Quick one for you, quick video. I'm going to taste it on all our behalf. Okay, that was fab. See you soon when I give you more tips.